They're making money trying to sell cigar box guitars.
Yes.
And it's not something, you really have to have a good name out there to be selling anything. Basically, I want to avoid the selling. I think we should be having fun.
That's an important distinction.
And promoting people.
No, I'm not saying that because I make the fanciest ones that would be so high priced no one would buy them. I'm making them for fun.
Right, well, yeah, I
So
agree with
musicians
you,
play them,
I've
and
actually sold like 90 of these things,
Oh, yeah.
and I've never pushed it. I mean, it's people coming up after I play.
Well, there you go.
Can you build me one of them?
Right.
You know, it's like that,
Right.
you know, and yeah, it's not, yeah.
But you're not gonna make a living off of it.
Oh, heavens, no.
And there are a
I
few
mean, if you
people
figure
out
out your
there,
hours,
Ted, or, Ted.
Even though I make the basic style,
Yeah.
if you figure out your hours, you're not getting paid much for your labor.
Right.
You know, it's.
There has to be some kind of competition or recognition, because you need somebody that's going to really be fired up. It's a lot of work to do this.
It is.
You know, like Preston, I don't know, you're going to put another one together next year.
That's a good question.
Well, the other thing is to do that as a way of encouraging people to build them for themselves,
Yeah.
right?
Right,
You know, and that's-
right.
Yeah.
I also found there, if you like the three strings being simple, kids especially, the parents would be like, well, I'm gonna buy my kids this cheap 6-string guitar from Walmart. I'm like, God, no. They will never be able to play it.
Well, maybe you
Take
could
one of
have a
these.
training
They're not
workshop
gonna
here
play on
then.
it. They're gonna build.
Someone's got to be an instructor though, but you could have workshops here, and then the people that come to the workshops can come to the convention. You know.
I set my little cousin with my first 3-string in front of a Spiel video,
Okay.
how to.
Yeah.
And I've sat in front of that video for an hour and a half. It's only a 15-minute video.
Yeah.
And I still can't get the rhythm he gets. You know, you just nail it first time. But I mean, there's that, you know what I mean?
They don't know all the.
My 16-year-old cousin
Yep.
was on that rhythm in about 30 seconds.
Yeah. Kids do pick stuff
This,
up.
you know, this is half or 3/4 of what's happening out there. If you notice, there's about, well, what, 1/10 of the time, you can hide this hand,
Right, exactly, yeah. Yep.
open G,
Mhm.
or open D, or whatever, open E, open A.
Whatever you're.
So what about a-
Open code or
And the idea is, we could even have a video training. We
Oh,
don't
somebody-
have to have someone, my point is like I said, my 16-year-old cousin he had that rhythm down just watching this, Spiel, what's his name?
Shane Spiel.
Shane Spiel, he's one of the guys that started Cigar Box Nation.
Now, most video trainings have turned into money-making projects, because
Well-
they sell it on the internet for a minimal charge and all that.
Yeah, well, there's good ones out there that are not. That don't
But-
cost any money.
But we need instructors,
Well, yeah,
and we
it'd be
need to get
nice.
the public interest. You have to say, how many students do we need before we have a shop at the Red Sky stage? You know what I mean? And then when you get, say, 10 students then, but you gotta have instructors, and then decide how many times you guys gotta get together to do it, and then have a concert at the end with the product. You know? That would generate some things.
I think there's a lot of things that could happen.
There's,
Yes.
you know, right.
And maybe the best thing to do is just start meeting if people are into that, you
Right,
know?
just start-
And start trying to invent more
From there,
people here, and then
yeah.
see what happens. You know, I mean, in the beginning, people could start building them if there's somebody there to say to them, you can do this, you know? Shoot, this isn't that complicated here. You know, look at mine, this is a piece from a hardware store, this is a cigar box you can buy from the cigar store down the street, this is a, you know?
Oh.
That means monthly, that means membership to monthly meetings, you know, so our
President
organization,
knows what I mean, but
if you're gonna do that,
Dr. Joe, he builds boxes from scratch.
There you go.
if you guys are gonna do that though, then you need to, actually have a Michigan unit, a membership, and then have meetings once a month or once every 2 months, you
Well,
know?
can you guys be here in 4 weeks?
See, it requires motivation and organization, and if you guys can do it, it'll go.
middle of deer season.
Yeah.
That'd be, this took some
You said there was an organization that was a national or what?
Yeah, actually, it's It's a
Oh,
website.
well, no, in a month, in
website.
1 month would work.
Cigar Box Nation.
Cigarboxnation.com.
Okay.
That's pretty much been the source of information for most
Do
of
they list on there what their purpose is and what their?
They
Yeah.
do have a statement, it's called a manifesto or
Yeah.
something,
Yep.
that explains what they want and what they're planning to do.
They basically sell things though, right? They're making
No.
money off
No.
you
Actually,
guys?
no.
Where do you buy all your parts?
Well, one of the guys that started it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Getty, CB Getty,
Mhm.
Actually, he
Actually
wasn't the guy who
owns Cigar
started
Box
it.
Nation
He
right
came in though.
He owns
They
the
was
website.
given over to him.
Okay.
but he didn't start it.
He offers a good service, you gotta
He
admit though,
does.
right?
He does a
Do
really
they-
good job.
But they have chapters around the country or world or
No.
something, or they just?
not really set up that
chapters,
way.
It's just guys like us that have gotten together and created our own club, if you will, of people like us that want to build cigar box guitars. Some guys like to play, like Loser Player. He's not as much a builder, even though he still builds.
But they sponsor events, right?
And
They sponsor
usually
events,
have-
yes.
They usually have a place like this where they meet. Some guys meet in bars, some guys meet
Okay,
in
the one that,
church back rooms. Some guys meet wherever they can find a place.
Well, no, what I
Okay, this is the
wonder about
2015.
is like, down in Florida, there's a lot of bluegrass festivals.
Yes.
And you go to those
on
and
the
there's
desk,
usually one or two
up on
people
the
there
right-hand side and
selling
shelf.
cigar box instruments.
Okay.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Send it over.
And
You know, I don't know if you see that
Okay.
as part of it, or is that,
if we were to hold a festival like the York, Pennsylvania Festival, a lot of, there are vendors there, like us, that, I mean, I have sold guitars, Lou sold guitars,
Yeah.
okay? I had one go to all the way up to upstate New York, I've had one go to Florida just right before Christmas. But I don't build them and make money on them. I don't consider them an income. If I get anything back, I get back enough to be able to build the
The
next,
next one, exactly, yeah.
okay?
well, as you see it then, what would be the purpose of having some kind of club? I mean, just to have
Just a
fun,
matter
just
of
to-
helping people like you and me. He might have an idea that I haven't tried, okay? And it might sound really good to me, and I'll go home and I'll get down to my wood shop and I'll use his idea. And I'll come in and the next week and I'll say, hey, this is what I've been doing, what do you think? And you say, well, I'd rather do it this way. And then all of a sudden, I'm doing something completely different than I've ever done before in making a cigar box guitar. And I'm having fun. That's what it's all
Well,
about.
I was kind of concerned when I come here today, because I think my fiddle is not a cigar box fiddle, it's a box. It was
His
made,
guitars aren't.
I don't know if that's,
It's not
you know,
just.
Hey, but 2x4 isn't, over there isn't.
Two by four.
Right.
that's what I see, but I didn't know for sure.
It's-
Oh, yeah, right.
It's basically
Yeah.
homemade, it's homemade instruments.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
people
we're
say
trying to get away from
cigar
this cookie cutter Chinese garbage
Right.
that's infiltrated, you know, I get the magazine from what, Musician's Friend.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, you can buy
I get that too.
a $250, $300 guitar that's just awesome. And it's cookie cut someplace and a poor little 10-year-old Chinese kid put it all
When I was
together.
working at Manti out here, they were selling veneer to China to make guitars with. Looks good on the outside.
Well, that was Montauk?
Monti,
Okay.
yep.
Well, it's
So,
really cigar box, it's.
yes, what,
And I think it's
what I
also
do
to
is
try
cigar
to,
box. What he does is a blank. What he does is a completely scratch creation. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah,
It's
that's
all
all we're
about the
saying.
music, it's all about the fun.
Well, what I'm saying, I guess, is maybe it shouldn't be named cigar box.
It doesn't have to be.
You know what I'm trying
We
to
can
get
call it
at
whatever we
here.
want.
Because you might be eliminating people that are saying, geez, I don't want to do a cigar box, I want to do,
Absolutely.
you know.
All I can tell you is what I do.
But that would be.
well, it'd be like, actually, it would be more like, we
Well, that's
want to
the
teach the people the virtues of a three-string guitar.
Buys a better.
Well, is
that-
that
He's a musician.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. I play.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You played while you were on
He's a
the.
songwriter, he's a,
Oh, yeah, I was playing along.
absolutely.
This guitar stayed in tune and everything.
Yeah, I hope.
Here we go now.
That's
Oh,
six.
My popular
It was
demand,
right,
ladies and
there's a back in
gentlemen,
there someplace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but,
here's Dolph.
I braved the summer weather on the Great Lake of Charlevoix to be captain of the Ironton Ferry. That ain't no job for a boy. Going back and forth once every day takes a special skill. The diesel engine screams like a fire truck, and the passengers get a thrill. I'm the captain of the Ironton Ferry in the town of Ironton. I got no time for sitting around, I take tickets all day long. The gate goes up and the cars roll on. Can I have your tickets, please? I got this job cause I love this land. I spend winter in Belize. So, yes, it's really cool. The first thing I was thinking was buy that. So, buy the guitar. Hanging on the wall, I wouldn't play it much. It just looked like it. And I collect coins too. He's like,
How about that Michigan Shakotowski stuff?
43.
oh, it's a night. No, this is a 43 is pretty common. It looks like. Oh yeah.
It's a common 43.
Yeah.
I didn't glue in.
The $50 is worth of that. But so I'm going to edit this and put it on, and it'll give you guys some exposure. I'll have to tell you though, I've had my show for 5 years, and we've gotten 3 letters in those 5 years, and 2 of them were weird.
Yeah.
Tell about the one that wasn't.
The one that wasn't.
Bill Mann doesn't know what he wrote himself.
No, this lady, she says that we're providing a great service, that it's very interesting, and
Our cat watches it every week.
yeah, she watches this with her cat, I think. But, anyway, though, but that's what I like to do, and you know, once you get into something, sometimes you don't feel like it, you do it anyway. But you guys have a good thing going here, and you're all sort of coming from different directions. But in order to have a good organization, you got to figure out how much pressure you got. You know, maybe you only want to meet once every 6 months or something.
That's what I was
But and
definitely
communicate.
gonna jump the heat.
You guys are on the internet,
Monkey
so you could
season.
have a group page, you know, and help each other. And if the desire hits you, you could have a meeting sooner.
Yeah.
You know, say, hey, you know, if 6 months is too long, let's get together and do that workshop or something.
Yep.
Quarterly.
Yeah, because. So anyway, so that's my 2 cents. I will see you guys, man.
Thanks so much.
All right, this is Luca Patrick. It's great to be here at Red Sky Stage. We're doing our first annual Cigar Box Nation get together.
Cool.
Who is it riding down the Revelator? Well, who is it riding down the Revelator? Well, what is he riding? About the Revelation Road, the book of the 7 seals. Oh my! Well, who is it riding down the Revelator? Well, who is it riding down the Revelator? Well, what is he riding? About the Revelation Road, the book of the 7 seals. Now Christ walked down in the heat of the day, called Adam by his name. But Adam wouldn't answer, he was naked and ashamed. Oh my, who is it riding down the Revelator? Well, who is it riding down the Revelator? Well, what is it riding? About the Revelation Road, the book of the 7 seals. Oh my. Now Christ, he had 12 apostles, 3 he led away. Said, watch me as I walk up yonder there and pray. Oh my, who is it riding down the Revelator? Well, who is it riding down the Revelator? Well, what is it riding? About the Revelation Road, the book of the 7 seals. riding? John the Revelator. Well, who is he riding? John the Revelator. What is he writing? About the revelation of the book of the seven seals. Oh my. Now Christ he rose Easter morning. Mary came down to see. Said, go and tell my apostles to meet me in Galilee. Oh my. Who is it riding? John the Revelator. Well, who is it riding? John the Revelator. Well, what is he riding? About the revelation of the book of the seven seals. Oh my. Well, who is it riding? John the Revelator. Well, who is it riding? John the Revelator. Well, what is he writing? About the revelation of the book of that seven seals. Woo! Yeah. All right, thank you.